Just to keep track of this, almost 200,000 acres have been consumed by these fires since just Sunday. So this has been very, very fast moving. This, for example, is video of Paradise Ridge Winery in Santa Rosa, provided to us by our next guest. On the phone is Renee Beck, co-owner of that winery. Joins me now by the phone. The family winery burned to the ground on Monday. I'm very sad to hear that. But more important right now, Renee, how are you doing?
I'm doing as well as can be expected. You know, my house has been saved, and my parents' house and my sister's house. We did have an employee who lost her house, but you know, all of our employees are safe, and most of them didn't suffer that much losses.
You know, you have a winery that a lot of people loved. It was a destination in of itself. It looks like it was really banged up. I mean, what's your assessment?
Yeah, well, we had two main buildings on the property. Our winemaking facility, which was completely destroyed, and the other facility was where we did our events and our tasting room. So we did a lot of weddings. You know, we've been named best wedding venue for a few years in a row, and so that's all destroyed. So that's going to need to be rebuilt. The silver lining for us is that the vineyards appear to be intact, and the fires didn't harm them, and that next year we anticipate a full harvest from our estate vineyards.
Well, that's good to hear. I've often heard that a lot of the vineyard owners and companies in and around that area, Renee, some of their personnel, their vineyard workers had to be helicoptered out. What was the case with yours?
Yeah, no, well, we have tenants that lived on the property that literally had to run out of there and get out of there. So, and there's definitely, you know, the devastation's so great that it's even hard for people to get around. And you know, it seems like the fire's never going to end for the people who've been in the middle of it. I mean, I've evacuated my house like 2 or 3 times. I went to my dad's house. I thought it was safe. That started getting evacuated in Bennett Valley. And it just seems like, you know, every morning we wake up trying to figure out, you know, are we threatened? Are we not threatened? Are we safe? When you think you're safe, all of a sudden the wind changes direction and then you're in trouble. And the biggest concern is, like, it seems like it's not contained that well yet.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. I'm looking at it, and it also came up and on you so fast, right?
It came, you know, from what I understand, when it started in Calistoga, and it came, I mean, by the time it got to the winery, someone was saying it was traveling at a football field every 3 seconds or something like that. The winds were 60 miles an hour. So it came by so fast that luckily it seems like our sculptures are still intact. The trees on the property, a lot of them have survived. You know, so the things that we lost were material things, and we can replace them and rebuild, and hopefully rebuild better. And the real loss is all the people who lost their houses and all their personal belongings, and basically everything that they have known to be theirs and be their home. I mean, I feel like they're more devastated than the winery.
Yeah. You've got your priorities right on that, and all these poor people who lost their lives as well. Renee,
yes.
Paradise Ridge Winery co-owner, be well. I'm sure you will come back. That's the spirit of that area. It's a beautiful area, too.